And hello my brave knights, princesses and princesses, and welcome back to Let's Play Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter, all that stuff. We're going to attend the word seminar, ceremony, because I can't pronounce words. If I can just move. Oh, right. We'll be doing that eventually. I thought that was important. Before we start, let me do one thing first. What's slowing me down besides nothing at all? Okay. Okay, let's move on.
It killed Zacharias.
Calm yourself now, Sir Charles. You've had a shock. Let the police do their duty.
What can a mere inspector like you do about it? You don't know anything.
A mere inspector? Phew. And now here comes Mr. Holmes.
Lestrade, are you here to receive a prize as well?
Very amusing, Holmes. You can go home. The ceremony's been cancelled. We've got a murder scene here.
Really? And to think I only came here for my prize.
I know, Holmes. I saw your name on the list of finalists. So go away.
You're not going to congratulate me?
What? Do you really think I'm that naive? You turning up out of the blue and then bam, a murder? There's a surprise.
Oh, you're making a spectacle of yourself, Lestrade. Let's just pretend that I'm a simple consultant, your humble assistant.
Oh, all right then. A club member, Mr. Zacharias Greystoke, was killed at around 4 in the morning. There. Now don't mess around.
I promise that I won't, Inspector. What do you make of the facts?
It's quite clear. The murderer intended to steal the Mayan calendar. He was caught by Zacharias Greystoke. He then took up the first weapon that came to hand, the statue's spear, and killed Greystoke. Then he fled, just as Sir Charles was coming out of the club. Unfortunately, we've been unable to find any trail beyond the club's wall. It's as if the murderer vanished into thin air. Well, take a look for yourself.
Oh, I'll be more than happy to, Lestrade. It's funny that, in a lot of shows and a lot of stuff, they've always, Lestrade's always been depicted differently. Like, in the, Jeremy Brett Sherlock Holmes, he's depicted as,
The surface is damaged.
having a long nose.
The iron mounting rod is broken. Traces of metal on stone.
It's fun.
Scratches on the stone. Traces of metal on stone. It looks like the statue broke away from its pedestal. Pieces from the pedestal. A piece of the statue's mounting rod.
Mm-hmm.
The case is scratched and dented. Tissot watch, Swiss, 1855. This watch is valuable and old. It's been through a great deal.
Indeed.
Zacharias' folder with some documents. These drawings represent the Mayan symbols.
That's it. That's it, Sherlock. Okay. Now, one thing we know is that if If there's money still in the wallet, then it wasn't a crime of theft or mugging.
Money was left inside the wallet.
There you have it.
Dry leaves. They make a noise. Zacharias probably walked across them. This spear came from the statue on the pedestal. All valuables were left on the victim. The strike was powerful and well aimed.
Indeed.
If I believed Lestrade, this Mayan calendar was the reason behind the murder.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
You can stand there and look cool like you're always doing. I'll do my job, you do yours.
Sir Charles, are you able to tell me in detail what happened?
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Well, to prepare for the awards ceremony, I decided to spend the night here at the club. I was sitting alone at my desk when I suddenly heard a loud, metallic sound and a terrible shout. I hurried outside and well, I found the body of Zacharias. And I swear it, I saw the statue of Tekun Uman running away.
You saw the statue running?
It was dark, but yes, I'm sure of it. It was running, and it was making the most horrible metal sound as it did so. And can't you see, the pedestal is now empty.
Let's just study you quickly. Yes!
Sir Charles, where did the Mayan calendar come from?
It was donated anonymously. We received it shortly before the tournament, with a letter asking that it be awarded to the winner.
How curious.
Is the calendar valuable?
Not really. It has historical value, of course, but to be truthful with you, Mr. Holmes, it isn't worth very much.
Did you know the victim?
Yes, of course. It was Zacharias Greystoke. He is... was a club member, and an excellent bowler.
But why was he here so early in the morning?
Oh, I don't know.
May I go in the clubhouse?
It's members only. I cannot authorize anyone unless that person has a written warrant from the police.
Have to make my job.
And what about the statue?
No idea yet. I imagine a thief must have taken it somehow.
Right, so they were thieves, and they were very well equipped?
Yes, must have been. But then there's also Sir Charles's version, but
Please, go on.
he said this morning that he was alone at his desk when he heard a shout. He went outside and saw Greystoke lying on the ground and... believe it or not, he said that there was no one else on the green that night but the statue itself running away.
You mean that the statue might have killed the victim? Interesting.
Absurd, more like. Besides, it was dark and foggy.
So, somewhat like your version, then. Did you search the clubhouse?
What for? The murder took place outside.
I'll take that as a no.
It looks as if Zacharias was killed the moment he approached the calendar, and killed by the spear from Tikkun Uman's statue that jumped from its stand and escaped over the wall.
Uh-huh.
Well, Holmes, your conclusions as my consultant?
My conclusions are approximate to Sir Charles's testimony.
Oh dear, you think the statue did it?
Everything points to the fact that the spear was thrown from the pedestal, and Mr. Greystoke appeared not to notice the killer.
Indeed. The journalists will be ecstatic about your version.
I would like to examine the victim and take a look at his belongings.
Oh, you've amused me at least, Mr. Holmes. Very well. I'll grant you authorization for the examination at Scotland Yard, but nothing more.
Thanks.
Strop already has the victim's body in the autopsy room.
I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes.
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
Same.
Red eye. It looks like a serious infection. The coroner mentions in his report some specific cardiac and digestive system damage.
It was a powerful throw. The spear pierced right through the body. This is where the spear entered the body. The murderer aimed for the heart. The weapon must have been thrown by a strong and skilled person. These scars are old.
Traces of alcohol were found in the stomach. Apparently Zacharias had been drinking before his death.
Good job, Watson.
I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes.
Now what?
There's no need to disturb Lestrade for the time being. The Mayan calendar. Here's a chance to have a closer look. Interesting. What are the symbols here? I'll need to redraw them. An ordinary pencil. Tissot watch. Swiss. 1855. Statue. Only the chosen will have mercy. It's not only a calendar, it's a curse. Zacharias Greystoke, a member of the club, was killed as the curse decreed. It's possible that the link between Zacharias and the curse is at the archaeological club. I'll need a search warrant. This spear came from the statue on the pedestal. Money was left inside the wallet.
Hey, Lestrade, time to bother you a little bit more.
Aren't you supposed to be investigating those cases of yours instead of bothering me?
Good day to you too, Inspector. I have a small favor to ask of you, a search warrant to investigate the murder at the club.
No, no, and no.
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm without the warrant, I should find something else to do. By the way, do you know if Sir Robin is currently in town?
I have no idea. And why on earth should you even think that I might know that?
Well, I believe I may have solved a case about, let's say, a salacious inspector.
No, it's not what you think. Nothing dishonorable happened. Go on then. Take your warrant.
So, he refused to give you the search warrant?
Oh no, I've got it. I won't need you for a while now, Watson. I'll see you later.
I'm curious to know how you obtained this warrant.
I kind of attempted to blackmail him.
Sir Charles, I have a search warrant. I would like to take a look inside the clubhouse.
I see. Here's the key, but I do protest.
Please. I got things to do.
I heard that Zacharias was killed by the statue's spear.
Why won't the police say anything? We have a right to know the truth.
You also have the right to remain silent. Alright, let's have some fun.
Zacharias Greystoke. I wonder who this man is. It's Sir Charles Yellingham, the director of the club. Guatemala, 1881. I don't think this is a bowls tournament. The photograph appears to have been faked or damaged. I'll take it.
Uh-huh.
The late Mr. Blinkhorn's collection. The late Mr. Bromsby's collection. The late Mr. Smith's collection. The late Mr. Sutherland's collection. The late Mr. Roberts' collection. These antiques look quite valuable. It appears that it's a part of a gold statue from Guatemala. Solid gold. It's worth a fortune. This piece has been cleanly and intentionally cut. These trunks have just arrived. They're from Zacharias Greystoke's antique collection. Interesting. The men who own these collections are all dead. This metal globe is very impressive. Some bits are missing. Some bits are missing.
Interesting.
The 50th birthday of Lord Stevenson. Ah, Sir Charles was once a captain in the guard. Charles Yellingham has a large family.
Huh. This guy's in debt. Like a lot of debt. We're once again late, and this for the fourth time in paying the credit you have with our house. Any delay in payment results in a fine of $7. Okay.
Interesting. It appears that the club is unable to pay its debts to the bank.
Just said here in front of everyone, you cannot give away this calendar. I want to study it. We have discussed this matter before the award ceremony. I've already warned the other one of this.
A message to Sir Charles from Zacharias Greystoke, the victim.
There is more here than meets the eye, and I love it.
You have a fine collection at your club, with one disturbing thing in common.
All the items are from our club members.
But only from deceased members, including Mr. Greystoke.
Oh, yes, but it is a rule of the club that all our members undertake to donate their personal collections to us in the event of their death.
Okay.
Sir Charles, you informed me that you didn't know why Mr. Greystoke was here at such a time.
That's correct. I have no idea.
But in fact you do. Mr. Greystoke wrote to you about him coming with another person to visit.
Ah, well, yes, that is right. He raised a scandal about the Mayan calendar, so he wanted to see me before the ceremony. But I don't know exactly what it was that he wanted, or who this other person he mentioned might have been.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the one I need. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
It appears that part has been painted over. I need to find out what's underneath. Let's try to remove the paint with solvent.
Because solvent always removes things. Paint, that is.
Let's gently remove the paint with a soft cloth. Aha, there's another person in the photograph.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Look here. There's a person with a swollen eye who was concealed within this photograph. A dispute of some kind, do you think, Watson?
Possibly. But it appears to me a characteristic symptom of a rare tropical disease that is found in South and Central America.
South America! Brilliant, Watson!
Happy to help.
Is it deadly?
Well, there is a chance he survived.
I shall ask Sir Charles, but who knows what he'll say.
I have an idea. There is only one hospital for such illness. The Hospital for Tropical Diseases. I have friends who work there.
Oh, yes?
Well, the chances are slim, but I'll pay them a visit. If he's in London, they would have seen him.
Alright. Right, so when we come back, guys, we will go and we will investigate more. Until then, leave a like and subscribe because there's always room for more. See you on the next video. Goodbye, everybody.